Hi there, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Please hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button at the end of the video and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think I've missed out of this deck tech. So, back to March. March of the Machine is still on its way, but I'm starting to cover some of the commanders now that have really piqued my interest already. Yesterday, it was Gimbal. Today, we are going to be looking at this wonderful one. Ghalta and Marven. So it's one of the new, I suppose it's new take on partner pairings, for want of a better phraseology. Um, Same as before, I'm having to use images I'm grabbing off different websites, and obviously we're going to use MTG Goldfish to talk about the deck tech in a second. But I think it's worth talking about Ghalta and Marven at the moment. 3 double green and double white, so 7 mana overall for a 12/12 with trample. Yeah, like that plan. That's good. And then whenever you attack, choose one. Create a tapped and attacking XX green dinosaur creature token with trample, where X is the greatest power among other attacking creatures, or create X 1/1 white vampire creature tokens with lifelink, where X is the number of other attacking creatures. Right then, so it's basically a new token lord, basically, from my point of view. And, the whole deck that I've built is based around that. We are going to try and abuse the tokens and get some things on the go with this. So, this is what the deck looks like. So, there's Ghalta and Marven again. So, what I've tried to do is create as many tokens as I can, because we want to be attacking with a lot of creatures, and we also want to be making sure that we have ways of doubling up the creatures that we create when we attack with Ghalta. So, bear that in mind. So, we're going to have some things at ramp. So, Gala's Greeters, Sylvan Caryatid, and Azusa are all here to do the ramp side of it. Hornet Nest we want to use to get to block the biggest thing that's attacking us as possible, so we get as many insects as possible when this happens. Jara, Friend of the Forest, is here just to give us our tokens some ability to tap for mana and make some ramp. So we need a little bit of ramp, and this is one way I'm doing it in this deck. King Darien is also here. Pump our creatures up, make some more tokens if we need to. And the sacrificing bit's not too bad either. Hexproof and indestructible for a turn. I can cope with that plan once we've got our commander in play. We basically want to win when this hits if we can. 7 mana, 9 mana, 11 mana. It gets expensive really quickly, so bear that in mind. More tokens in the form of Hero of Bladehold and Might Overseer we can create them with. Moondrak, Gloria Dominus is also in the deck. One or more tokens will be created. Create twice that number instead. And we will sacrifice a couple of the tokens to make this indestructible as soon as physically possible. Mariel, Shield of Argive, is here. You've got to have it come in. More soldiers, more things we need to make tokens with, so we get the triggers for the attack on here. Notice it says, just so we're clear, because people I know will query this, it doesn't say anything about what sort of creatures attacking. It doesn't say non-token or anything like that. It's just purely creatures that are attacking. So we want to get it in, and we're going to hopefully create a whole load of vampires. Occasionally we'll probably get the bigger dinosaurs out, but hopefully we'll get more vampires. Solemn Sim just gives a bit of a ramp and a card draw. Bishop of Rebirth to bring back any of the things that cost less that have been killed off. One of the key targets for this, from my point of view, would be Hornet's Nest. I want to get that back, and Azusa. The other two I'm not so worried about, but that's what I'm interested in. One of each of the Defilers is in, just to get more tokens and maybe, pump all the creatures up. Platoon Dispenser is another way of just making sure that we get, at the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more other creatures, draw a card. Should be able to do that quite happily. And, 4 mana to pump out a soldier, not the end of the world. Then we went with some fun stuff, and it probably gets a little bit expensive at this stage, so bear with me. Armada Worm, I don't think I've seen played in a game of Commander on MTGO for about 3 years now, so it's here in this deck. Likewise, Darien, King of Kojor, is also here to get the damage, get the soldiers. Ancient Gold Dragon, I've picked one up. It's going to happen in this one. Hopefully we'll get some fairy dragons as well. Elish Norn, because okay, they're fighting Elish Norn, so you've got to have the other side of the battle, haven't you? But the +2/+2 and the -2/-2 to your opponent's stuff's great. Old Norborn, just so we get some more treasure tokens, help us ramp. Titan of Industry, I'm a little bit obsessed with at the moment, so it's in this deck as well. But it does produce a Rhino Warrior creature token, which we can hopefully get more of when we cast it. Torsten, founder of Benalia, has had a lot of bad press from my point of view. I love this card. I have got a deck built around it. It works really well. I think it's worth playing, so hence why it's here again. Then we've got the major win condition, Craterhoof Behemoth. Hopefully, with all the vampire tokens we've made from here, we'll just be able to do Craterhoof and win the game. That's basically what we're going for. Worldspine Worm as well. Again, another card I haven't seen for ages, but it's just fun. At 15/15 for 11 mana. Yeah, okay. You're not going to cast it that often, but it's fun when you get it off. And yeah, when it dies, you get the 3/5/5 worms, and it goes back in your library. So, you know. But we do have ways to get out. So we've got Freyalise, which will help us ramp because we're just interested in the Elf Druid tokens. And then we've got Elspeth just to blow anything up that's annoying us or put some more soldiers into play. Spells wise, just some basic ones. So, you know, Sylvan Scrying's here, Cultivate's here just to ramp a little bit with the land we've got coming. Kamal's Druidic Vow I've chucked in because we do have quite a lot of legendary permanents, so we should be able to hit some of them. Whether this would probably be better as Genesis Wave is up for debate, but I'm on swings and roundabouts. Genesis Wave is probably better, but I want to try out Kamal's Druidic Vow to start with, but I think Genesis Wave is probably better. White Sun's Twilight, a way of controlling the board, wiping things out and leaving yourself some tokens behind, which we hopefully be able to double. Curious Herd, not one I was really aware of existed, but someone played against me in a game recently on stream, and I'm like, that's actually a really good card when someone's got a lot of artifacts in play. You get all those beasts. Yeah, okay. This person had a lot of treasure tokens in play, and they didn't sack them in response, so I ended up with 9 beasts, I think, in response to it. So it does have its bonuses. And Farewell, just to completely wipe the board if we need to. We can just choose all the, you know, if we need to do it, we'll just choose everything and just leave everyone with all their lands. And maybe their planeswalkers if they've got any. You know, not a bad idea leaving R2 behind. Anyway, ramp side of things, I have gone heavy on this because of the casting costs of Ghalta and Marven, which is why the tabletop cost is this. And we're still around about the 50 ticks bit if we ignore the commanders. I don't know what's going to be yet. I have gone heavy with the ramp side of things. So we have got Minor Crypts in here. We've got Talisman, Mox Tantalite, Soul Talisman, and Mana Vault. Then Soul Ring, Swiftfoot Boots, and then a couple of little things. That's the ramp side of it, which I think should be enough with this deck. The boots is important. You want to get it on Ghalta and Marven as soon as you can, because you want to be attacking with Ghalta and Marven as soon as you cast it. So you need to have 8 mana really kicking around. I'm still trying to do Let's Win with a load of untapped tokens. So Halo Fountain appears again. Sorry if you're expecting not to see this. And the Great Henge. Couple of green mana, gain a couple of life, non-tokens come into play with +1/+1 you control a card. You've still got quite a few creatures in here. You know, it's 24 in the deck, so we should be able to do it. Authority of Consuls is here, just to slow down our opponents and gain a bit of life. Legion's Landing, because I figured we must have small vampires, and it's another land that might help in the long run once it stops doing that silly thing. Luminarch Ascension, another way, hopefully we don't take any damage, lose any life, and we get to put the quest counters on it and start popping out angels. Screv's Hive is really nice if we can get someone poisoned. There is a lot of poison decks kicking around at the moment, so hopefully get the lifelink on all your creatures would be quite good. Creatures with toxic have lifelink, so I can cope with the 1/1 with lifelink, it's fine. Main win, Beastmaster Ascension. With the amount of tokens we're hopefully generating, getting the 7 counters on here, which means we pump them all up to +5/+5, should be pretty straightforward. Druid's Repository, again, creatures, we're going to be attacking. This is how we're going to win with this game. We're going to attack creatures. There's no combo in it. It's just purely beat everything up. So Druid's Repository seemed like a good plan, just to get the charge counters for the extra mana. To help with the whole beating up side of thing, Gaia's Anthem and Glorious Anthem are in. Growing Rights of Itamlik are also in as well, just so we can do the extra ramp thing. I really don't like the way this. There you go. Gets the ramp in. Obviously, once it transforms, you get to tap it for an added green for each creature you control. So, helps with the ramp side. Court of Bounty, just so we can hopefully be the Monarch, put a land and a creature into play if we have to. And Court of Grace again. Another way of us being the Monarch and either getting a Spirit or an Angel each turn. Felidar Retreat, cat tokens or pumping up our creatures. ley line of the mix. We are going for a lot of tokens, so hopefully we get this in our opening hand and start with it in play, so they all come in bigger. Parallel lives you were expecting to see at this stage, but we've also got Smothering Tithe in. We've got Catha's Crusade in to help us pump up the creatures. Divine Visitations turn all our tokens into angels. Doubling Season so we can go up on it. I mean, if you've got Anointed Processions here as well, I nearly missed it. We've got the 3 main ones doubling up on the tokens, so it's worth having them in. Mirari's Wake, just to pump our Lano and pump our creatures up again. Paradox Zone is a card I've been wanting to try out for a while. I thought I'd try out here, along with the next one, the Goliath Hatchery. But putting a plus growth counter, double the growth counters, get a fractal might help. And Goliath Hatchery, again, toxic creatures. And at the beginning of your upkeep, if an opponent has 3 or more poison counters, choose a creature you control, then draw cards equal to its toxic value. You will just be drawing 1 if you've got it in play, but you never know. It's got to be a bit of fun, hasn't it? The lands, 36 lands, but don't forget we've got things like Legion's Landing kicking around as well, and the repository. So, I'm not overly concerned about that. So all the blue-green land, blue-green? Nope, let's try to get the colour combination right, Mr. Ekmar. White-green lands are here. A couple of extra things I'll point out. We've got Emeria, the Sky Rune in, just so we can return creatures, and we do actually have enough planes in the deck somewhere, he says. So there's Canopy Vista, and there's 6 planes down here to trigger it if we need to. We've also got Ejano, Command Tower. We've got the usual, Fortified Village. Gavaney Township, 4 mana, make our team a little bit bigger. Yep, fine by me. 6 planes, Razor Verge Thickets, Reliquary Tower. Savannah's here as well. This is why the cost is so high for this deck. Notice it's really cheap here, 1.82 tickets online. Go to your tabletop, $365. Yeah, no. Stay on MTGO if you want to play dual lands at the moment, guys and girls and people. Anyway, Temple Gardens here, another plains, Temple of Plenty, Temple of the False God, Windbrisk Heights, and Yavimaya, Cradle of Growth to make sure we hit that green mana we need. But that's it. That's my really fast take on... Where are we? There you go. There's Ghalta. It's not great on here. Yeah. There you go. Do it there. It should be readable still. But that's my take on Ghalta and Marven. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, it's another green-white token commander. There's been quite a few of them in the last few sets, which I was hoping Wizards would have come up with something else by now. But this one's quite fun, A vampire riding a dinosaur. Who doesn't like to see it, realistically? So, that's my take on it. Like I said, I really hope you've hit the subscribe button. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Please hit the like button. Tell me what I've missed out, on the comments. I'll be back trying to work out which ones to do next for March of the Machine. It may be another March of the Machine one tomorrow. It may be something slightly different that I haven't covered before. There is one card I still need to cover from Phyrexia, or will be one. I haven't done that yet, so that may well be tomorrow's video. So keep your eyes open for that. Obviously, if you've hit the subscribe button, you'll see him pop up. But thanks for watching. Come and see me on Twitch when this set goes live on MTGO. You'll see me playing these decks. I will pick up the cards as quickly as I can. We always start when a new set comes out with a draft on the first stream after the set's out. So you can come and laugh at me drafting the set, which is always fun. But, after that, back to Commander. And back to doing the deck techs and playing the decks that I've talked about on the YouTube channel. So, thanks for watching for now. Hopefully, you'll watch my next video and leave me some more comments. Take care. But come and see me on Twitch in the meantime. Take care. Bye.